So what we're going to do right now is bring the director of Breaking the Cycle and the man mostly responsible for putting these events together of today and tomorrow, Mr. Michael Jones.
How y'all doing this morning?
Good.
Ken blew me away with that because it's really been a collaborative effort between Breaking the Cycle, Catholic Charities, Ms. Pat Bell, who has probably worked as hard as anybody on helping to put the project together, Ms. Monet Givner and Will Jones and Ken and Ms. LaTanya Moore, who traveled all the way up here from Atlanta to be with us. We toyed around with this idea. Mr. James Walker, who's going to come up and speak a little later, last year pointed out some things in laws that we're going to get into later that says that it's really not legal for employers just to discriminate against people based solely on their background. You have people that have certain type of cases that are hard to place, but even if you had a sex offender and he had janitorial experience and it was a third shift position for a janitor and he had the experience and he was not around anybody, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to work that type of job. Okay. No reason that he shouldn't be able to work that type of job. So that being said, these are some of the things that the EEOC had passed down. So when we first toyed around with this idea, we first called it a negligent hiring seminar. Now, if we continue to call it a negligent hiring seminar, this room would not have anybody in it because people will feel like, you're trying to say I'm doing something bad, and I know that I run my business and I run it good and I know what I'm doing. So we came up with another idea, which was a term that the HR community uses, which is the blanket ban seminar. But when we used that term, half of the HR community knew what it meant. The other half didn't know what it meant. People were unsure what we meant by it. It was too much having to explain it. So, we sat back and Ms. Givner's told me that I need to come up with something concrete. So that meant I had to go into my think box. So I said, what do HR people like? They like to talk, they like to drum up business, and they like coffee and donuts. So that's what we came up with, this meet and greet, so we could educate people on some things that we think the HR community needs to know, give us a chance to network with some people, get a chance to give some people a different perspective on people that are returning citizens such as myself, and other people that are going to come up and speak, so we can have a different perspective and maybe, find people more jobs and give people a chance to contribute back and to help building up their community. So a little bit about Breaking the Cycle is we've been in existence since 2008. We have done job fairs, ex-offender career and resource fairs. We've done 3 since 2008. We did one in Parma, where we had like 850 people come. We had 154 people get jobs. We did one in Selma, Georgia. We had close to 2,000 returning citizens show up, and we got like 400 people jobs. And then we had one at the Galleria where they donated us to Galleria, and we had like 400 people come. But we was able to, because we learned the process, able to touch each individual person's life directly. We didn't find all of them employments, but the fact that we got to talk to them, shake their hand, and get them posted up on a site that we use called LinkedIn was really a good thing. And so since then we have had more personal relationships with people because we track with them on LinkedIn to make sure they are right, to make sure they're employed, to keep encouraging them to go on the right track. So if any of you are on LinkedIn, I'd encourage you to join our Breaking the Cycle group on LinkedIn. And if you have any jobs you want to post, any opportunities you want to post for people that are veterans or have backgrounds, we would welcome you to do that.